This is a live look inside the stadium here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where John Cena is still your undisputed WWE champion after a very layered and chaotic finish to the main event. You see CM Punk there has not yet left the building, but once again, Byron, Seth Rollins has got in this man's way.
Jackie, there's so much to unpack about what we just witnessed in this main event. I feel like we lived 10 lives just watching the last 10 minutes of this matchup. And to your point, yes, John Cena is still the undisputed WWE champion, but my gosh, the path to get there was surreal.
Oh my goodness, there was a lot happening, and considering all that went down in this match, CM Punk relatively calm at the moment as he exits the building.
Yeah.
With what was, like, listen, we talk about the layers. We're gonna get to it all here on the Night of Champions post-show. We're gonna hear from some of the superstars. Paul Triple H Levesque will join us. We're gonna break it all down, of course. But this main event was a heck of a match. It was, when it was one-on-one. I mean,
it didn't feel like it.
CM Punk put up quite a fight against John Cena prior to everything happening, and you can see the fans saying their goodbyes.
Yeah, look, I admire CM Punk putting on a brave face right now. Obviously very gracious, very appreciative of the fans here in Saudi Arabia, but if you were to do an x-ray of CM Punk's heart right now, that man has got to be utterly heartbroken, spiritually defeated, because he had John Cena beat. Insert his arch nemesis, Seth Rollins, to turn things upside down.
I'll tell you, what I think is happening if we had an X-ray inside of CM Punk is his blood is absolutely boiling.
Without a doubt.
That he was not able to get this done, because all these years later, we finally get another match with CM Punk versus John Cena, and you said it. It felt like CM Punk, despite all the shenanigans, might have had an opportunity to beat John Cena. I mean, he kicked out of attitude adjustment after attitude adjustment after attitude adjustment. Three of them. 3 AAs, and Punk is still alive. It was an unbelievable match. There's so much to talk about when we break it down, but let's kind of show you the closing moments of what went on here in an electric main event between John Cena and CM Punk.
Yeah, these two men know each other so well.
Awry.
Yes, this was the turning point. Referee Dan Engler inadvertently taken out of action by John Cena, and this is where the frustration starts for Punk. He's got Cena beat for about a 20 count. There's nobody to make the pinfall count, and then here we go. Seth Rollins, flanked by Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, complete chaos caused by these men. And as the plan would be unveiled, we learned that Seth Rollins was trying to hand CM Punk to John Cena on a silver platter, and then poor Charles Robinson gets bum rushed by Cena. We think John Cena now has changed, his moral compass renewed, and this chilling, familiar look by Cena.
But CM Punk had his book read. He knew what was coming.
Yeah, but the key is here. Seth Rollins once again trying to ruin this night for CM Punk, and John Cena, whatever moral dilemma he had early on in the match, dissipated. It was gone. Cena was more than happy this time around to take advantage of the interference by Seth Rollins and retain the undisputed WWE Championship.
And as we often say in professional sports, a win is a win is a win. You find a way to win, and John Cena has done that once again with a massive victory over CM Punk. I gotta think the way that this went down from Punk's standpoint is that there's gonna be consequences between him and Seth Rollins.
Oh, without question. This is one of the greatest rivalries in WWE history. This is the final match, for all intents and purposes, of this rivalry, and it was ruined. It was crashed by Seth Rollins. Yes, CM Punk is gonna have Seth Rollins on his mind once he gets past the emotional, disheartened state that he's in over not being able to win the undisputed WWE title.
Yeah, it might take CM Punk the entire flight back to North America to digest everything that just happened.
Seth Rollins better get out of this country ASAP, okay?
Yeah,
ASAP.
I agree. But
get out of this arena, get out of dodge. Punk is looking for you.
Seth Rollins' plan didn't exactly come to fruition either here.
Well, it kind of did.
Or did it?
It kind of did. Again, I go back to the
I don't
point
know.
that
Was Seth trying to help himself?
Seth was trying to help himself, but he was trying to help John Cena because he knew that would be the extra dig to CM Punk. And when Cena didn't go for it, we thought the plan was unraveling. But again, the second time around, this new John Cena returned to form and took advantage.
My goodness. People are going to be talking about this match for a long, long time, but it was the main event on what was a really, really solid night here in Saudi Arabia from start to finish. We also had two major finals, the Queen of the Ring final and the King of the Ring final. Let's start with, or excuse me, we had the Queen of the Ring final, we had the King of the Ring final, we had a street fight. I mean, we had so many things happening.
A lot of craziness.
So let's start with the street fight, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. We're gonna pick it up where the action really got heated, Byron.
Listen, we knew going in this was gonna be physical, it was gonna be hard to watch. There was such deep emotional ties between Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley, and they punished each other in every sense of the word. Trash cans, tables, there was a belt whipping in there at some point. A street fight to a T by Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. And this was Jackie, the most nerve-wracking part of the match. An avalanche riptide from the table that was placed on the top rope. I don't know about you, I was sitting on the edge of my seat, like worried something was gonna go drastically wrong.
Listen, you knew it was going to be violent. You knew it was going to be intense. That's why they call it a street fight. But Rhea Ripley clearly was prepared for the occasion. She joins us now here on the set of the Night of Champions post-show. First of all, congratulations on the victory. You know, we talked earlier today about how personal this match was, but also how important it was for you to get a big win tonight. How were you able to get it done? Because as Byron just noted, he was on the edge of his seat the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I got the job done, and as you can hear, this Saudi crowd, they be feeding me that adrenaline. I can barely hear you speak, and you're only a couple feet from me. But yeah, I got the job done, so I'm back on track. I'm hopefully back on my little winning spree, and this is a good start here in Saudi, beating Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight.
So tell me, Rhea, look, I mentioned earlier, I'm watching the Avalanche Riptide. I'm watching you and Raquel on this table, barely balanced out. What was going through your mind in that moment?
Honestly, I was just scared that I was gonna fall.
As we all were.
An honest queen, we love it.
It was so unstable. You guys are wild.
They are chanting, "We want mommy," here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And why wouldn't they?
I'm right here for all you guys, son. But yeah, I mean, I was so worried that it was going to fall. So I'm glad that I got the Avalanche Riptide and I nailed it and I won.
Rhea, is this victory sweeter because it comes against somebody who, in a lot of ways, kind of broke your heart with the way things have transpired since you were such close friends?
Honestly, I don't know what you just said to me. You guys are so wildly loud.
Well, you just say what you want to say, Rhea. What do you want to talk about?
I think that you asked me something about me and Raquel being so close once before. And
is this victory sweeter because of that breakdown?
yes, this is definitely a lot sweeter of a victory because of the past that we have had. This leads all the way back to NXT when I first moved over to the United States. This goes on for a long, long time. We got some CM Punk chants now. Look at you guys.
They never stop chanting. This is what I've learned today. And I love it. I would have it no other way.
They think that I'm the best in the world, and that's why they're chanting at me.
That's what it is. So
way to
Rhea,
tie it together. I like that.
you're up here smiling, but I also see you holding your ribs. Be honest with us, how are you feeling physically?
Honestly, I felt better. The ribs are a bit bruised from the kendo. And just like everything that went out there tonight, we left our bodies on the line and we went out there and we put on that match. So I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow, and I'm sore right now, but it's all worth it because I got to kick Raquel's ass.
Yes, You certainly did. You did exactly what you said you would. I know we got to let you go so you can start your recovery process from an intense match. You're not going to be able to hear me again, but I'm going to try my best here. Because earlier today you said something to me that I found very interesting. Obviously you want to get back into the championship picture. You said, Jackie, I don't know why everyone thinks like I've had my turn with the title. If I didn't want to be champion, why would I be in WWE? So what is your message to the rest of the women in the locker room right now?
My message to the rest of the women in the locker room is watch out. I'm a 28-year-old veteran, and I'm just getting started.
Ayo, mic
said.
drop.
Enough
I
said.
think that's period, exclamation point, and she is out. Give it up for Rhea Ripley, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Rhea Ripley victorious tonight in a street fight against Raquel Rodriguez, much to the delight of the WWE Universe here in Saudi Arabia. All right, elsewhere on tonight's card, we had a King of the Ring final between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Byron Saxton, we said we had no idea what to expect from this match other than it would be a banger, and it was.
It was an emotional roller coaster to watch. Two of the best to ever do it, and Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. But here's what was interesting to me. Randy Orton said before this match, I will do whatever it takes to win. And we saw the old Randy ripping the pad off the turnbuckle, seeking to more devious lows that he's been associated with throughout his career. But that would come back to backfire. And Cody Rhodes would take advantage and now earn the title of King of the Ring. Cody Rhodes is headed to SummerSlam and an opportunity at the undisputed WWE title.
He certainly is. We're calling him King Cody,
King Cody.
Now around these parts. But I have to ask you about the end of that match. Now, I don't know if you watched it back, Byron, because you were working hard and doing an excellent job in the ring, interviewing Cody Rhodes after he won. But in the background was an exiting Randy Orton. And he turned and he looked at Cody Rhodes, and I gotta tell you, it didn't feel like a look of love coming from the Viper.
I was conflicted by what I saw from Randy Orton. I kind of felt a little bad for Randy Orton because in that moment, it took mere seconds, but in that moment, it felt like there was a battle between the old Randy and the new Randy. And just when we saw the old Randy seem to come to fruition, the new Randy just said, no, I'm not that guy anymore. And that slight hesitation cost Randy Orton the redemption he so yearned for to become King of the Ring.
Well, we'll see if he can hold on to that feeling moving forward. But back to the winner of King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes has got himself a title match at SummerSlam. Are we on a collision course for Cody Rhodes versus John Cena?
Listen, it would appear that way. Fist bump of respect to Cody Rhodes. This is what he wanted. He didn't shy away from his goal. He stuck to that goal. He said, somehow, some way, I'm getting my championship back. Now Cody Rhodes has a one-way ticket to the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam, and an opportunity for the gold.
Now, SummerSlam is a month away. As we know in WWE,
anything can happen.
a lot can unfold in 1 month's time. But if it is in fact Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, what do you expect from that? Because right now, as much as we can hate on the way John Cena might be going about things, he is getting the job done. It's going to be a very, very tall task for Cody Rhodes.
Well, listen.
If that is the way it goes.
Right, and if that happens, Cody has the advantage of knowing that he's been there before. And Cody has the advantage of understanding he's going to have to dig even deeper to unseat the 17-time world champion.
All right, time will tell. SummerSlam, by the way, just over a month away, but Cody Rhodes will have himself a title match at that event in New Jersey. Over on the women's side, we had a Queen of the Ring final between Asuka and Jade Cargill. We talked a lot about the opportunity for Jade Cargill to make a statement as a solo competitor, and Byron, she did exactly that.
Yeah, this was a battle between the experience of Asuka and the unbridled power of Jade Cargill. Asuka certainly had a multitude of opportunities to put Jade Cargill away, but credit Jade, she battled through a bad knee, battled through the rapid offense of Asuka, but all it took was this counter, the deliverance of Jaded, and it is now Jade Cargill who can proudly call herself Queen of the Ring. And much like Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill headed to MetLife, headed to SummerSlam, and headed to a matchup for the WWE Women's championship.
And she said she told her daughter she's bringing home the crown, and she is delivering on that promise to her daughter. Is this the biggest win of her career so
without
far?
question. Jade Cargill came here, a little over a year ago, had tag team success, but there came a point with all the hype around Jade Cargill, she had to deliver as a singles competitor. She had to show that she could ride on her own and win championship gold. She hasn't won it tonight, but she's one step closer. And by the way, let me mention the post-interview with Jade Cargill. Credit to her as well. This crowd was not in love with Jade Cargill, all right? Let's not miss words.
Yeah.
However, she had a very pointed statement. Sometimes you gotta fight through the boos. You gotta fight through the adversity. Believe in yourself, and Jade Cargill believed in herself. She defeated one of the best in Asuka, and now she's headed to a championship match.
You know what, I'm glad you brought up that interview because she kind of gave me chills. Like, she could have made that moment about her and made the moment about, you know, proving herself, which she absolutely did tonight. But to kind of send a message to the people at home watching that might need to hear something positive like that, coming from someone who has battled through so much herself, to kind of get to where she's at, honestly was kind of a really touching moment tonight. I really enjoyed it.
It's emotional Teflon. You gotta be able to handle the good and bad.
And I'm sure for Jade Cargill, she's gonna take a ton of confidence out of this victory over the likes of Asuka. I mean, we talk about Asuka being a future Hall of Famer in this business, and Jade Cargill just beat her one-on-one with zero help. That's a massive, massive W for Jade Cargill. So congratulations to the Queen of the Ring here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Oh my goodness, listen, we got so much to get to here on the post-show of the Night of Champions. We got much more to come here on the show live from Riyadh, but first let's take you back to the closing moments of Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
Comes to Judo. It's a guy who can snap baseball bats with his bare arms. Videos online of it if you don't believe me. Multiple in one go.
Sami Zayn slips from behind. Karrion Kross. Zayn caught him. The exploder into the corner. I don't know if he got quite all of it, but maybe enough as Kross landed on the back of his head.
Oh God, not where you want to be if you're Karrion Kross. Not when Sami has momentum.
Went for the haluva kick. Kross caught him in the cross jacket.
And that is firmly locked in now. Sami desperately reaching for those ropes.
Sami had an opportunity. Kross intercepted him. Cross jacket in. Karrion Kross, they're going to tap out Sami or pass it out here tonight.
Oh, cutting off the oxygen supply, cutting off the blood supply to the brain, and now the hooks are in.
Yeah,
locked in.
Wrapping the legs around the body of Sami Zayn, and Sami starting to fade. Nowhere to go. Kross has got him hooked good.
Lips are turning blue. Body is going limp. Lights are fading. A matter of time now.
Sami Zayn may be out.
Oh, God, his face is going purple.
The official, Daphne LaShawn, right there. Seeing if Sami
I think
taps.
he's gone. I think he's gone.
Yeah, he may be out here.
It's out.
If it goes down this time, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Sami, though, keeps it up, and Sami's still in the fight somehow.
Oh, a quick burst of life to the mind of Sami Zayn, but what can you do with it, Sami?
Yeah, but he's got to drag this 280-pound frame of Karrion Kross to the bottom rope. Sami about a hand's length away, fingertips away now, trying to get to the bottom rope. Kross wisely shifts his weight.
Oh, that was so good from Karrion Kross, but is it enough? And Sami's fading again.
Sami's fading again, and he's only a fingertip away from the bottom rope.
I told you. I told you.
Sami Zayn will force a break.
And perhaps that taunt was a little too much for Sami to take. It's broken for now. But Sami looks like a beaten man.
What's wrong with you? You gotta learn to stay down.
Oh, goodness.
Decapitation.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say you're a liar.
The punishment now of Sami Zayn.
Say, Kross, told the truth.
Zayn's looking like a mannequin here, but what?
Haluva kick! Haluva kick by Sami Zayn. Drops
here is your winner, Sami Zayn!
Welcome back to the post-show for Night of Champions live here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We're going to talk more about that Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross match in just a sec, but a very important person has arrived on set. Paul, Triple H Levesque, they seem to love you here in Saudi.
They're still very excited. It is amazing.
They never run out of energy, trust us.
The chanting will not stop from start to finish on this show. Solo Sikoa might be very jealous hearing them chant those words to you.
I can tell you this, I love all of you too. What a incredible night you, all of you gave to our WWE superstars. Thank you. Hey, while we're on the thank yous, let me thank the General Entertainment Authority for bringing us here, especially His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. The way we come here, the way they treat WWE superstars, just the hospitality here, the people are amazing, the country is amazing, and we're just thrilled anytime we can come here, and thank you, all of you.
Well, we've been here 13 times now for premium live events. We got more coming up, including the Royal Rumble. I mean, it feels like the crowd somehow exceeds their own bar every time that we come here.
So it's an interesting thing for me to see this grow from the very beginning when we first started coming here, to see the evolution of these fans, to see their excitement grow and grow every time we come. The crowds get bigger, they get louder, the chants get more and more intense. You know, it's awesome to see, and I can tell you this, for a lot of our WWE superstars, for me included, these trips to Saudi are one of my favorite trips of the year. Really is.
I'm with you there. Since you're here, I gotta ask you, we just witnessed absolute madness in that main event. One of the greatest rivalries of all time between CM Punk and John Cena, but my God, what was your reaction?
It was incredible. You know, you were talking about two superstars in John Cena and CM Punk that sort of defined an era. And not only that, defining an era, but sort of in a way defined each other. You know, if you talk about CM Punk and his career, you automatically talk about John Cena. If you talk about John Cena and his career, you talk about CM Punk. It is just two generational stars coming together one last time. I think as much as it meant to fans here and around the world, I think that's what it meant to John Cena, to CM Punk. I'm glad we were able to put that fight together to deliver it here in Saudi. I'm glad they got to do it before John called it a day. I could sense today, having been separately with both of them, this was different for them. The level of energy, the level of excitement, the level of nervousness, I've never seen either of them in that position before, and I've been there for some of their biggest matches ever. There was just something different about today, and I think you saw it when they got in the ring with each other. There's, while an incredible rivalry, a certain amount of respect that you only get when you've been to war like that with people, and those two have been to war together. They did it again here tonight, and we were all privileged to watch it.
It felt special, and you said they delivered. They more than delivered. I don't want to make this about age, but Punk at 46, Cena at 48. I feel like maybe Punk hit the fountain of youth, putting on that backwards hat and the big chain last night on Friday Night SmackDown. Listen, Hunter, I have to ask you this question. 15 years ago, if you could tell yourself then, Triple H, that one day you'd be watching CM Punk rap and John Cena deliver a pipe bomb, what would Triple H 15 years ago have thought of that?
Well, I don't know what Triple H 15 years ago would have thought, but if you'd have told me 10 years ago that CM Punk would be here in Saudi for the WWE, I would have thought you're out of your mind. But people grow, people change, people evolve, and they learn, a lot in life. And I think not only was I privileged to watch them this week as they prepared for this fight, I was privileged to watch two men grow as people, especially CM Punk. I was privileged to watch him grow as a human being, to step out here and apologize to the people of Saudi, to just cherish where he is at in life and his career and the things he gets to do and the opportunities that he has. And I was incredibly proud of him.
As you should be. I got to ask you about Jade Cargill.
You chant, hold on, you chant all you want. There ain't one more match in this.
No chance whatsoever?
Yeah.
Making sure.
Just to be clear.
You know, they say, like, if it's the last thing you do, it would be the last thing I do. Yeah.
We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we don't need that. All right, let me ask you about Jade Cargill. We just talked about this being the biggest victory of her career. She defeats Asuka, who is, in a lot of people's opinion, a future Hall of Famer in this business. How proud are you of what Jade Cargill was able to do tonight?
Look, Jade Cargill has grown tremendously from coming in this company. You know, when you walk in the doors of WWE, it doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter what you've done. The level here is different. The playing field here is different. What you go through, the nerves, everything that comes with it. You're now at a different level, and it takes a long time to adapt to that. Jade Cargill has done it incredibly well. Take nothing away from Asuka. Asuka coming off a year-long injury. I think she's just getting her feet under her, but Jade pulling off an incredible victory tonight. Queen of the Ring, and will go on to a championship match at SummerSlam. So she had an incredible night.
From the Queen of the Ring, we got to talk about the King of the Ring. What an unbelievable way just to kick off Night of Champions. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, of course, Cody Rhodes now King Cody, also headed to SummerSlam.
Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, again, you know, two guys that sort of, Randy Orton defining an era. Cody Rhodes arguably defining this moment of time that we're in right now. But the history between them, mentor, sort of student dynamic there, it was incredible to watch them do what they do. You know, two true pros like that, going in the ring, doing what they do, lighting this place on fire. I mean, it was incredible. And the energy in here, I don't know, I didn't have the privilege of being out here, but was just on the other side of that big video wall, and it was deafening in there. This crowd was incredible. All of these people just, they're still energized here. Just an incredible night for both of those guys. But hats off to Cody Rhodes. Since he has been back in WWE, he's just been nonstop.
You talk about what it was like out here when everyone was like rumbling their feet like this. Like the building felt like it was shaking a little bit during that main
really
event.
was shaking. You could feel the vibration in the back. Everything. My monitor was shaking. It was incredible.
Oh my gosh. See, those are like the little things I think you look back on later where you're like, this was just a wild time in life. The fans here are chanting WrestleMania. We got Royal Rumble coming up here in Saudi in just a few months.
Yeah, like, look, they can chant Wrestle. You thank Turkey Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, for this. Before we come here and before we even begin to talk about WrestleMania, let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Who's ready for the Royal Rumble? I am very proud and excited of how loud you were, but that's just, for the Royal Rumble, you need to be in a whole nother place.
Gotta level up, gotta level up.
Gotta level it up.
Well, listen, Paul, we appreciate the time. I know we've got a charter to catch. The fans obviously are very excited about the product you brought here tonight once again. So thank you so much. Give it up for Paul Triple H Levesque.
Once again, thank you to all of you. Thank you very much.
Paul, thank you so much. All right, we've talked about our King of the Ring, we've talked about our Queen of the Ring, we've talked about our main event. We also have a new United States champion, and we talk about the main event being chaotic, Byron. There was a lot going on in this one as well. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu.
You know, Solo Sikoa talked about his intellectual strengths, and we saw that on display here tonight. The diabolical mastermind clearly had a plan against Jacob Fatu. We saw the return of Tonga Loa. We saw JC Mateo get involved. And then if that wasn't enough, if that wasn't shocking enough, just when Jacob Fatu thought he was on the path towards retaining the United States Championship, this man, this tower of brutality, who we know is the younger brother of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, making his appearance to help ensure that Solo Sikoa captures the win, and now his first singles title in WWE. He is your new United States Champion, and he is joining us here on the panel. Solo, congratulations, sir. I think he hears you. I think
well, I mean the fans watching.
You can hate me all you want, but I am the new United States Champion.
Well, Solo, the fans here might not like it, but you are, in fact, the new United States Champion. Congratulations. What statement does this victory make for you?
And if anybody wants to take a shot at the new champ, they can step up. You know what, Jackie? I'm tired. I've been given and given. Now it's my turn to take. And that's exactly what I did tonight. I took out the wolf, and I took his title.
On that note, Solo, you also took advantage of ample outside interference. JC Mateo, the returning Tonga Loa, and their younger brother. Tell us about this plan and how it unraveled for you.
I tried to give Jimmy a chance to come back to the group. He didn't want to come back. I tried to tell Jacob to listen to me, follow my lead. He didn't want to listen to me. So you know what? I cut the dead weight. Somebody else stepped up.
How much does it bother you that they're yeeting right now?
Yeet?
They're yeeting, yeah. Does that bother you?
What's it called? 4 letters, 1 word. Stop.
That's not exactly
No yeet, dude. No yeet. He's not even here. I don't even know why you're chanting yeet.
Are you at all concerned about what Jacob Fatu might try to do to you, considering what happened earlier tonight?
I'm not concerned at all. If he wants to get to me, I got 4 soldiers that he has to go to.
When you say that, do you mean that you're not just going to give him a rematch right away? Or what will it take for Jacob Fatu to get a rematch for the title?
If he says sorry and he comes back to the family. And then everything will go back to normal, you know?
So he has to apologize to get a rematch?
Yes.
And what would exactly, Solo, just for clarity, would he be apologizing for exactly?
Sorry for trying to step outside of the family. I'm sorry for trying to lead this family. I'm sorry for turning on you and Money in the Bank. I'm sorry for kicking you in the face, Solo. What about that? There's a lot of things he can say sorry about.
I think it's highly unlikely that is going to happen.
All right, well, listen. Nonetheless, you are the new United States Champion.
Say that again.
You are the new United States Champion,
Say that again.
Solo Sikoa. This is the last time, though. You are officially the new United States Champion. Congratulations, and thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
I got one more thing to say.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa is all gas. And no brakes. I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you, champ.
All right, Solo, thank you for the time. We appreciate it. Once again, Solo Sikoa is your new United States Champion. We'll see if he can get Jacob Fatu to apologize for apparently a list of
That ain't
slights.
happening. You know that's
I
not
know.
happening. Come on.
I'm just delivering the news. All right. We haven't talked about Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross yet. Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw got goaded into this match by the walking rage bait that is Karrion Kross, but he finds a way to come up victorious. Take us through it.
Yeah, Karrion Kross, much has been made about the fact that he goaded Sami Zayn into this match. He talked trash the entire match, calling him a loser, laughing in the face of Sami Zayn, but it's that obsession with getting Sami Zayn to admit that he's a liar that came back to bite Karrion Kross. I put it this way, and this is the moment here.
Kross told the truth.
Yeah, instead of telling the truth, Karrion Kross spoke life into Sami Zayn, who had one last gasp, one last haluva kick, and in doing so, at least temporarily, has shut the mouth of Karrion Kross.
And I think in the process also gotten himself back in the win column, right? He's coming off a loss to Randy Orton in the semifinal of the King of the Ring tournament, and he's talked so much for so long about what it means for him to become a world champion, and so he needed a win tonight. You know, we had crowns on the line tonight, we had titles on the line tonight. At first glance, this match didn't look like it had high stakes. I think it had very high stakes for both individuals, and it was a big win for Sami Zayn.
Oh, without question, we move at such a rapid pace here in WWE. I always say this, we always say this, commentators, announcers, every win matters. Because case in point with the main event, you never know what's gonna happen, right?
No.
And you never know what that win is going to propel you to. Sami Zayn has placed himself in a great place of opportunity as far as future championship matches. And Karrion Kross, look, even in defeat, highly impressive performance. First premium live event in several years, probably about 3 years right now.
Yeah, a long time.
And he had Sami on the ropes. He had him right there in the Kross jacket, but again, Karrion Kross became his own worst enemy in that match.
All right, we are quickly running out of time, but do you have a final take on the night as a whole, Night of Champions here in Riyadh?
We're just privileged. We're privileged to see superstars, future Hall of Famers like a John Cena, like a CM Punk, like a Randy Orton, like a Cody Rhodes, and we're privileged to be here in Riyadh, in front of such passionate fans who love this as much as we do. It is a blessing, and I will never take it for granted.
I could not say it better myself, Byron. Huge thank you to all of you that are still here, by the way, in this arena, showing how much you love this product. We love coming here. You guys are so awesome. This has been a night to remember, and there is going to be a ton of fallout from that main event. Next up, Monday Night Raw in Pittsburgh. For Byron Saxton, I'm Jackie Redmond. Thank you so much for watching Night of Champions. We'll see you next time.
This has been a special presentation of WWE. For over 70 years, the global leader in sports and entertainment.
This is the bustling metropolis of Riyadh, crown jewel of the desert, the capital city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WWE's Night of Champions. Now we get down to business in the finals, the King of the Ring.
Yeah, you bark loud, but you bite nothing. I don't make a sound, but my bite crush you. Got a team of
we have ourselves a King of the Ring.
We ain't gonna stop until it's all done. It's what happens when you pop off to the wrong one. So we ain't gonna stop until it's all done. It's what happens when you pop off to the wrong one.
Sami Zayn with a miracle.
You been talking loud, but don't want to smoke. We don't take shots, yeah, we let them go. You could ask around, everybody know. Yeah, you gon' get exactly what you asking for. You been talking loud, but don't want to smoke. We don't take shots, yeah, we let them go. You could ask around, everybody know. Yeah, you gon' get exactly what you asking for. I ain't never learned how to play nice. And you ain't gon' get a chance to say it twice. You don't get no warning for my team strikes. And when we on you, it's about to be a long night. We ain't gonna stop until it's all done. It's what happens when you pop off to the wrong one. So we ain't gonna stop until it's all done. It's what happens when you pop off to the wrong one.
The following is the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
I told you I ain't the one to play with. You ain't cross that line, homie. I ain't the one to play with. I told you I ain't the one to play with. Things in my mind, homie. I ain't the one to play with. I told you I ain't the one to play with. You ain't cross that line, homie. I ain't the one to play with. I told you I ain't the one to play with. Tell them I ain't the one to play with. You ain't really want to smoke. smoke.